Hey, what's up? It's Karen San Diego. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. If you are new here, my name is Karen and I had VSG surgery, which is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That is a bariatric surgery. I had that over a year ago now at this point. I had surgery in March of 2022. Since then, I have lost over 100 pounds and have documented my entire journey. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. It is a long-awaited Q&A. I put up a question box on my Instagram over a month ago at this point. So if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you are following me on Instagram. That is where I post those question boxes so I can put things together to do videos like this one. Since I started vlogging my VSG journey, people ask me a lot of questions about what it's like having VSG, how did I get VSG, and just overall bariatric questions in general. So I like to do these VSG Q&As from time to time because this is a journey. As you go throughout this journey, things change. So the way that I answer questions now at over a year post-op is going to be very, very different than the way that I would have answered these exact questions at maybe like 2 months post-op, right? So without further ado, let's get right into the questions. I have them all right here. This video is going to be broken up into 3 parts because I have a lot of questions and I want to make sure I get to as many as possible. So if you're watching this video, you are watching part 1. All right, so let's jump right into question number 1. And question number 1 says, how much weight did you lose 4 to 5 months after surgery? So before I answer this question, I want to direct everybody to the description box of this video and pretty much any of my YouTube videos. I always have a weight breakdown, so it'll tell you at week 1, this is how much I lost. At month 1, this is how much I lost. Month 2, month 3, month 4. Every single time I've done an update, I've kept my weight in the description. So if you're ever curious about how much I weighed at a particular point, literally go to the description box of any of my videos and that information is always going to be there. So at month 4, my weight was 207. My starting weight was 272, highest weight 283. So I count my surgery weight. So at my pre-op appointment, I was 272. At my 4-month update on YouTube, I was 207. So that is 65 pounds at around 4 months. And then at 5 months, at 5 months, I was 197. So that's 75 pounds at 5 months. So that is about how much I weighed at that point. I'm sharing this because the question was asked, but I want to make sure to reiterate that everybody's journey is different and everyone is going to be at a different way they lose weight, depending on what your starting weight was, depending on your genetics, depending on a lot of factors that have nothing to do with you being unsuccessful. So I don't want you to use my weight and how much I weighed at that time as a way to judge yourself. But if you're just curious to know where I was at that point, that's where I was. But I really, really want to reinforce not comparing your journey to other people because we are different people. There are so many things that influence how we lose weight. So it is not a good practice to measure your success based off other people. All right, so moving on to question number 2. It says, what B complex did you buy for surgery? So when they say B complex, they're referring to vitamin B supplements. Now that I say it out loud, I think you might have been talking about B12, which something I was deficient in B12, and this is the one that I take. This I have in my Amazon storefront. I get it on Amazon. It's the Mount Angel vitamins. It's just B12 drops. Let me see if I can get. Those are the ones that I take, but I was taking this before surgery. For as long as I've been like checking in on myself as far as going to the doctor, I've been B12 deficient. This is something that I'm actually not B12 deficient anymore. My blood work has come back pretty good with that, but I still do take B12 because it has a lot of good benefits. And this is the one that I take. Another brand that I talk about a lot, Motivate, has a B12 drops as well that I also have. But this is the one that I had from even before. So I've always been taking these. So I just prefer to take these because I already know what's up with these. But if you're talking, when you say B complex, I don't know if you're talking about something else. If you're talking about something else, I don't have that. But if you're talking about B12 drops, this is the one that I take. The next question says, hi Karen, just wondering how much you can eat in ounces. So this question I'm going to try to answer to the best of my abilities. In the beginning, when I first got surgery, I would eat between 2 to 3 ounces of food and I weighed that out with the food scale. I have my food scale linked in my description box in my Amazon storefront if you are curious and want to purchase one. After about maybe like 4 to 6 months, I stopped using the food scale because I'm pretty good at just looking at food and knowing if I can eat it. I'm also good at stopping if I know I'm full. In the beginning, I think the food scale was really important because it helped me be able to gauge what I should be eating and go from there. Because in the beginning, it was really difficult for me to be able to automatically know if I was full or not. So having the food scale, I was like, all right, I know I should be eating this amount of food, so I weigh it out and that's what I eat. And that was able to help me get into a good rhythm of eating small portions, not overeating, not undereating. But now I know where I'm at, so I don't do that. I want to say that I probably eat about 5 ounces of food per sitting, depending on the day, because honestly your restriction is so different. Like right now I'm on my period, so I can eat more, maybe like 5 to 6 ounces sometimes. When I'm not on my period, maybe like 4 ounces, depending on the meal, depending on the time of day. I can eat more later in the day than I can in the morning sometimes. And sometimes like it really is different. Your restriction loosens and tightens. So to be able to pinpoint exactly how much I eat would be difficult, but I want to say on average, probably about 5 ounces now. Keep in mind that I'm over a year out. From a year and under, I was probably doing like 4 ounces, but now it's more like 5. All right, so the next question says, how many stalls did you get within your first year of VSG and when? And then the next question after that, I'm going to lump these into one question because they're similar. The next question after that says, did you have a stall during week 3? So I'm going to start off by answering that question, and yes. I did experience the 3-week stall. I experienced it closer to 2 weeks than 3 weeks only because my doctor had me start solid food earlier than you're supposed to. Typically you start solid food around week 3, but I started around week 2. So once you start solid food, you are likely to stall. And I'm going to break down why, because I think this really be like a main stress point for people who recently got surgery. But basically the reason for this, and it has nothing to do with you losing weight. You are still losing weight as in actual body fat, as in actual weight being lost. But what you are doing simultaneously is gaining back the water weight that you lost during your liquid diet. So when you were on your liquid diet, either preparing for surgery or after surgery, you are losing weight, but what you're really losing is water that your body holds on to in order to keep you alive. So basically when you're on that liquid diet, it looks like you're losing a lot of weight, but really what you're losing is water. Once you start to eat food again, your body starts to hold on to the water again, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Your body needs to hold on to that water because it is essential for your survival. So as your body starts holding on to the water while simultaneously losing weight, it appears as if you're not losing weight because the scale isn't really moving, and sometimes the scale's even going up. But what's really happening is you're still losing weight, you're retaining water, the scale is stalled, and it makes you feel like you're not losing any weight. It makes you feel like, oh my God, I just got this sleep 3 weeks ago. How am I already broken? You're not. You're not. And the 3-week stall can last anywhere from a couple of days to like a month. So you just really have to wait it out. And this is why I stress the importance of not weighing yourself every single day. I think that is a way to send yourself into like going crazy because you're getting on the scale every day and you're getting on the scale expecting it to go down. And that's just not how healthy weight loss works. You're not going to lose weight every day. And during the time when you are stalled, you can expect that stall to happen around 2 to 3 weeks. So try not to get on the scale around that time. Once you notice the stall happening, have somebody take the scale and put it away for you so that you are not obsessing over the numbers during that time. And instead use this time to start to adjust to your new life. Use this time to be weighing your food so that you can understand how much to be eating. Use the time to start listening to your body while you're eating so that you can start understanding what hunger feels like now, because hunger cues are different after surgery. Use this time to start building healthy routines. At this time, you're also able to start doing some more walking. Maybe not exercise yet, but you can start actually like going for walks, doing things around the house. Just take the time to focus on yourself and your recovery and stay off the scale. During this time, I had my husband hide the scale from me, and I told him to give it back to me in a week, and I got it back in a week and I was still stalled. So then I hit it again for another week, and when I got it back, I had lost some weight, and then we went from there. So my stall lasted, I think, about like 2.5 weeks. You can go back and watch to be sure, because at this point, honestly, it's a blur to me. But regardless, the stall did break and I was able to continue losing weight. You just have to get to a point where your body balances out and just trust your body to do what it is going to do. Also, the next part of this question was, how many stalls did you get within your first year? Now, for that first part of this question, stalls happen, and they happen frequently. They happen all the time, and they are not a cause for alarm. So if you ask me how many times did I stall within the first year, maybe 700. I don't know, like a lot. It happened a lot, and it wasn't every single time I got on the scale that it went down. Sometimes it went up, sometimes it stayed the exact same for a long period of time, keeping in mind that I wanted to get to a certain weight and I was really excited about that. But I stalled a lot. It happened a lot, and that's okay. The thing that helped me get through it, and the way that I look at stalls, is if I never stall, or if you never stall, by the time you hit a year post-op, you would be ashes and bones. You would not weigh anything. Like, you cannot lose a pound or 2 or whatever every single day. Eventually, you would be nothing. So in order to keep you healthy, your body needs to stall from time to time in order to make sure that you reach and maintain a healthy body weight. I think the problem is a lot of people go into this journey trying to become as skinny as humanly possible, and that's what leads to a lot of complications that I think people end up having because they're so focused on being skinny that they are neglecting being healthy. And stalls are honestly a part of just a normal weight loss journey. You're not going to lose weight every day, and you cannot expect that. And if you're going into it expecting that, then you definitely need to have someone help you hide the scale and break your relationship with the scale, because that is not the best way to measure weight loss. For me personally, the way that I like to measure my weight loss is through clothing. I like to keep clothes in my closet in varying sizes so I can try them on. Have a dress that are some jeans. Jeans are great for this. Have some jeans that maybe are a little bit too tight right now. Try them on in a week or 2. They'll probably fit. The scale may not have moved, but the jeans fit. And if the jeans fit, you know you actually did lose weight. You lost inches. Actual fat came off your body, and you lost inches around your waist, and that's how the jeans fit. Try measuring your body. I never did this because I'm really bad at knowing where exactly to measure. But measurements is another way to really track if you have lost weight, because it's literally inches on your body. The scale, however, though, there's so many things that can impact what the number on the scale says that has absolutely nothing to do with you actually gaining fat. So that was just a long way to answer the question. Yes, I stalled. Yes, I stalled a lot, but it's not the biggest cause for concern, and it is to be expected on the journey. So hopefully hearing me talk about how expected stalls are and the fact that they will happen, and they are just part of the journey, and they don't always mean that you're not losing weight or you've gained weight. Hopefully that will help you be relaxed when it happens, and just continue doing what you're supposed to do. Get your water in, take your vitamins, move your body as much as possible. Eat your protein and other food groups as well, but keep it healthy and balanced. You're doing all of those things, eating small portions, you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna lose weight, you're gonna hit your goals. Just keep your eyes on the prize and stay off the scale. All right, next question is, did you do therapy to work on your mind-body connection? Any recommendations? So, there are a few of you that are probably about to throw the shoe at the screen right now, because no, I still have not done therapy. I actually just got an email from my job about a free therapy program that, like, it's through an external thing, but my job's insurance covers it. So I'm going to sign up for it, hopefully by not the next update because I'm filming that soon, but the next one after that. Hopefully I can say that I finally went to therapy, because honestly, I do think that I definitely was negatively impacted mentally by this journey. My body and my mind took a long time to connect. I struggle with body dysmorphia still to this day, struggle with body dysmorphia bad. I also am naturally somebody who is prone to things like depression and anxiety, so I should have been in therapy a long time ago. Let me not even put that on VSG. I should have been in therapy a long time ago. But honestly, just being Black, in the Black community, there's a lot of stigma attached to therapy, which I 1000% do not agree with. I don't believe in that. But that's a new revelation for me. For a long time, I saw it as like, I don't need therapy, there's nothing wrong with me. But that's not the way I should be looking at it. And I 1000% do need therapy. So no, I don't have any recommendations. I haven't done therapy, but I highly recommend it because I think people expect the physical things. People expect to be like mad about the scale. They expect to have struggle with eating, but people don't realize how much of a mental toll this does take. So yes, I do recommend therapy, but I have not started it myself yet. All right, next question says, I'm getting VSG surgery next month, but I would like to get a tat on my ribs. Did you get your tat before VSG? So yes, I got my tattoo a long time ago. I was probably like 18 when I got that tattoo on my ribs. And I have other tattoos as well, all over the place. But no, my tattoo has not been impacted. So I could say, go ahead, get your tattoo. For me, my tattoo, once I lost weight, the tattoo is just a little bit smaller now. But as far as the way the tattoo looks, there's nothing different about it. Like, nothing is out of place. Nothing looks weird. I was smaller. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I was smaller when I got the tattoo. I wasn't as small as I am now, because when I was 18, I was probably around 200 pounds is what I weighed up, I want to say, when I was 18. So I was bigger than I am now, but I wasn't as big as I was at my heaviest. But even with that, when I got my tattoo, I had got down to about my size after that, then got back up, then got back down, and up and down. I was a yo-yo dieter. So my body has been at different weights since getting this tattoo, and it's never impacted the tattoo. So I'd say, yeah, go ahead, do you, boo. All right, next question says, how is hubby with your weight loss? Mine's a big guy and it motivates him, but he feels left behind too. So with my husband, I feel like it's a special case only because he's not new to VSG. Like, he knows people who have gotten bariatric surgery. He was familiar with the surgery before I had ever even brought it up. So it wasn't something that was like taboo to him. So he was 100% on board with me getting the surgery. Although it was my decision, but he was 100% on board once I mentioned wanting it. As far as feeling left behind or anything like that, I think if anything, me getting the surgery has helped him. Like, he's lost some weight as well. I don't impose my eating on him. So if I want to eat something relatively healthy, but he wants fast food, he gets fast food. I eat what I want to eat. But for the most part, because of the way that I eat now, he pretty much just eats what I eat, just in a normal serving of it. So I wouldn't say that he's very much impacted by it, only because the changes that he has had as a result of me having surgery has been positive. Because I had surgery, I cook more than I used to. I used to buy food outside a lot, and whenever I did cook, I cooked really unhealthy food. So now I cook more and I cook better food than I used to cook. So he's loving that. He's loving the gourmet meals over here because I'm a chef. And as far as feeling left behind, I don't think he does. He also has those man genetics, whereas like if he wanted to lose weight, he could lose weight tomorrow if he wanted to. He goes to the gym with me most of the time, eats what I eat. So I think if anything, my journey has motivated him to be healthier as well. Although he's not really on a weight loss journey, that's not something that he desires at the moment. He is just overall healthier because of me and the changes that I've made. So I think it's impacted him in a positive way. I don't think he feels left out. I feel like he kind of joins in a way, with just kind of following along with the way I look at food now and the way that I eat now. I don't want to speak for him too much, but I would also say that I think that he's also positively impacted by having a wife who is more confident now, who is more outgoing now, who is more sure of herself now. Before surgery, was mentally in a place where I was extremely insecure, to a point where like I didn't want to be seen without clothes. I didn't want to wear anything that was like sexy. I didn't want to go out that much. A lot of things that would make it difficult for your partner, I think I was doing while I was heavier. Whereas like I'm just a happier, more confident person now. So I think it definitely impacts him in a positive way. All right, the next question on here is, what is currently your favorite clothing store? And I feel like y'all know what my favorite clothing store is. I shop at Zara all the time. I'm actually wanting to try some new stores only because I haven't loved the things I've been seeing at Zara lately. And now it feels good that I can shop at any store. Any store I shop in carries my size. But I just haven't found a store other than Zara that I love. Like the dress I have on right now, this is from Mango. But I feel like as far as quality of materials, Mango is hit or miss. Same thing with Zara. So now I shop for good quality fabrics. This is also a major key. I feel like after surgery, once you have some loose skin, the key to really looking good in your clothes is not just shapewear. People always say shapewear, but it's not just shapewear. It's also wearing clothes with high quality fabrics. Doing like the fast fashion, while that's good if you got like a quick night out or something like that, but as far as everyday clothes, your body is just going to look nicer in good materials, high quality materials. So that's how I try to shop now. So instead of doing, the reason you don't see me do clothing hauls anymore is because I don't buy hauls of clothing. I more so like to invest in a few nice pieces that I can wear different ways, more like a capsule wardrobe type vibe. But with really good fabrics, I think they're just really flattering on the body. So I do get some of those things from Zara, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out where exactly I want to shop to be able to get those things that are just nicer. Especially since I've been the same size for quite some time now. I wear a 6, depending on the cut, sometimes an 8, but a 6 or an 8, nothing smaller, nothing bigger. So I like to sometimes buy 8s, even though I do wear a 6, only because of things like pants, because of the loose skin on my stomach. I feel like when I wear a 6, the skin, it's not even fat, it's the skin kind of hangs over the pant, and I don't like that look. So I buy 8s, that way it looks nice and smooth by my waist. And then my thought process is I can then get it tailored to fit properly on my legs. But I haven't got anything tailored yet, but I buy a 6 or an 8. And since I know that that's my size, I can invest in better quality clothing now and have more of a capsule wardrobe. But that's not, the question was, what's my favorite store? Zara. All right, next question is, how did you make it through the soft foods or pureed stage? Fun fact, I never was in the soft foods or pureed stage. I went from the liquid diet to food. Like, I didn't have a soft food stage. When I went to my post-op appointment, right as my liquid diet was ending, when I was supposed to start soft foods, my doctor was asking me like how I had been progressing with like my protein shakes and stuff like that, and I had no issues. I was able to drink my protein shakes with no problem. I was getting my water in, everything was going great. So I asked her like what to do next, and she said I could just start eating, but when I would eat, to just chew my food long enough to where it was like a pureed consistency in my mouth and then swallow it. So that's what I did. I went straight to food. I think for the first week though, I only ate like scrambled eggs, chicken salad, tuna salad, that type of stuff. And then the week after, I started eating more food. I think I started with like chicken wings, chicken meatballs and stuff that next week, all protein. And then eventually started introducing carbs and things like that back in. But like for the first like 2 months, it was pretty much just protein I was eating, but chewing it really well. So to answer the question, I never had a pureed stage or a soft food stage. I just ate food and chewed it up really, really softly. All right, next question. I think this is one that a lot of people are going to want to know the answer to. It says, if I may ask, during your weight loss, or did you experience any extreme hair loss? So this is a question I get a lot. My ponytail right now is deceiving, but my hair did grow quite a bit after surgery. Surprisingly, I was expecting it to fall out. Instead, it grew. My hair probably reaches about right here now, whereas it was like up here prior to surgery. I think that's due to all the vitamins. But the answer to this question is no. I did not experience extreme hair loss. I did lose hair, but all of the hair that I lost came out from my edges. So right here, it is still visibly thinner than the rest of my hair. But all of the hair that I lost came out right there, and it is starting to grow back slowly, but surely starting to grow back. But right now, the reason it still looks thin like that is because it's just very thin, fine hairs growing back. So hopefully that can be remedied soon. I think I'm gonna start wearing my hair out more versus wearing it in the ponytails and buns. But no, my hair didn't fall out. And I have some theories as to why I think I did not experience any sort of extreme hair loss. And the reason I think I was able to avoid extreme hair loss is the way that I eat. So the hair that did fall out, the hair that fell out in my edges, it all fell out within like the first 6 months of me having surgery. After that, I experienced like a little bit of shedding, but nothing major. Definitely my shedding was less intense than it was when I had Ryan. My postpartum shedding, now that was insane. This wasn't that. I had a little bit of shedding throughout my head, but the major fallout was right here. And I think that was because prior to that 6-month mark, I was eating mostly protein. After that point, what changed was I started eating carbs again and started eating a well-rounded diet. And I feel that as soon as I started to eat a well-rounded diet, meaning I ate carbs, I ate my protein, of course, I ate vegetables, I ate sugar, I ate fiber, just a well-rounded assortment of foods, at that point the hair loss pretty much stopped. And the reason I believe for this, keep in mind that I am not a doctor, I'm only telling you things based off of my experience. I believe that the reason that my hair did not fall out in any extreme amount is because of my diet. And that is because the main reason for hair loss is malnutrition. So if you are not getting the nutrition your body needs, your body starts to act like it's in panic mode and it starts doing things you don't want it to do, like losing hair, like skin problems, like brittle nails, like all these type of things. It comes from malnutrition. So if you're only eating protein and your main source of protein is an artificial protein drink, you're gonna be malnourished and there's gonna be other health effects. So yeah, maybe you'll lose a lot of weight that way, but you won't be as healthy as you can be. So that's why I personally recommend eating all things, having a well-balanced plate. Let protein be the star of the show, but make sure there are other things on the plate as well, so you're getting in those other food groups and you are not malnourished. Also, taking your vitamins help, and if you want, you can add in a hair, skin, and nails vitamin. I have one, but I honestly don't really take it because I haven't felt the need to. My hair, skin, and nails have been fine just by the way that I eat, but I do have one. Berry Life makes one. There's a ton of them that are not from bariatric companies if you would like to take one. But the main thing I think you should be focusing on is your food. What are you eating? Drinking a lot of water, that is also going to help. I see a lot of people try to get like, oh, try this mask, try like different products. Products are not going to stop you from losing hair. That's going to help with the quality of your hair. Products are going to help your hair be stronger on the outside, but if you want to avoid hair loss, that's from the inside. It matters what you eat and having a well-balanced, nutritious diet. AKA, don't just rely on protein shakes to get your protein. Eat food and eat carbs and everything else. All right, next question is, after surgery, do you regularly go back for checkups at the hospital? So the answer to this question is, the simple answer to the question is no, I don't go back for regular checkups at the hospital. And when I say that, I mean my bariatric center, right? I do go to the doctor regularly, but that is my general doctor. I go to my doctor there, she does my blood work there, as well as everything for all the rest of my health. I go to that doctor. The only reason that I do not go back to my hospital or my bariatric center, I love them. I think they are amazing. I think they have so much to do with my success. However, after I switched jobs, they no longer took my insurance. So because of that, I wasn't going. Now the insurance I have now, they do take that insurance. But I also just got this insurance like a few weeks ago. So I can make an appointment with them, but I've just been going to my normal doctor and that's been fine for me. So I haven't gone back. The main things you want to go back to do is have them do blood work. There's also certain blood work that they would do that is different than what a normal doctor would do. So I probably should go back to have them do like a bariatric blood work to make sure I'm doing okay. But I've been getting my blood drawn by my general doctor and everything has been fine. So I just haven't felt the need to go back to my bariatric center. But it's for no reason other than insurance. Like I literally just didn't have good insurance for a while and now I have better insurance. All right, next question says, how to revamp your baggy clothes. Okay, so this person want to know basically the clothes that were too big, how can I still wear them? I'm assuming this person is like in the process of losing weight and doesn't want to buy a new wardrobe yet and still has baggy clothes and wants to wear them. So honestly, I have a few things that I still wear. And when I say a few things, I mean like 3. All of them are sweaters. So I have 2 like crew neck sweaters that I think you've probably seen one of them. It's a Hillman sweater that I've had forever. That one, I still wear it, but I wear it as an oversized crew neck. And then I also have like a knit sweater that was really nice. It's a gray knit sweater. That's from before as well. It's oversized, but I wear it as an oversized sweater. I wear it with like a tighter pants or a tighter skirt and just kind of tuck it in, and it's cute and oversized. So that's how I'm able to reuse some things that are from before. Like I wear them as oversized things. But this only works if it's like something that can look cute oversized, like crew necks and knit sweaters. If it's like a dress, donate it. Give it away. Pants, donate it. Skirts, donate it. Anything that is not going to be cute, or anything that you would not purposely buy oversized, don't try to save it. Like, just let it go. Donate it and get some new clothes. And a good thing you can do is donate it to a thrift shop that gives you credit for your donations, and then use the credit to buy some new things in the store if you want to be budget conscious, or donate it or sell it. You can sell it on like Mercari, Poshmark, get some money back, and then invest in just a few pieces so you can create like a capsule wardrobe until you have got to a place where you can buy more clothes. So I recommend buying like a few nice tops, a few nice bottoms, and just rotate those until they change the size, then sell those and keep doing that same thing over and over again. The reason I don't advise you to keep the baggy clothes unless it's something that actually looks cute baggy is I want you to feel yourself. I want you to feel confident in yourself at every step of your journey, and wearing ill-fitting clothing is a really good way to not feel confident in your body. So get clothes that fit you. Or if you're wearing your old clothes, keep the stuff that look cute oversized. There are tons of places you can shop for inexpensive clothes. Thrift stores are one, but there's also lots of websites and stuff where you can get clothes that are pretty cheap. Just buy a few things as you're changing sizes. But the clothes that don't fit, Goodwill. All right, next question says, were you afraid of losing too much weight after VSG? If so, how did you combat those thoughts? So I want to say no. And the only reason I want to say no is, like I said, I was a yo-yo dieter. So I had lost and gained weight probably more times than I can even recall at this point throughout my life. So I had already seen what I looked like at my resting weight. So where I'm at right now, I'm in like the 165-ish zone. That's my resting point. Any point in time in my life where I've lost weight, this is where I've gotten, and I have never gotten lower than like 150. I know that that's where my body, it cuts off. Everybody has a point where your body, unless you are literally starving yourself, your body has a place where it knows it wants to rest. So I was pretty confident that even with VSG, I would get to like the 150 to 170 bucket, and I knew that that's about where I was going to rest. So I wasn't worried about getting smaller than that. So for me, this wasn't necessarily a concern. Only times I ever saw it become a concern for me was when I saw people who had had the surgery who I felt like were too small, and I would just like hope that I didn't get to that point, because while I wanted to lose weight, my goal was never to be as skinny as humanly possible. But I think the way to combat that is, if you notice that happening, you need to up your calories. And of course, this is not including if like you have a medical reason why you are losing weight faster. Some people experience things like where like they're throwing up. I think it's called GERD and things like that. That's out of your control for the most part. And that's also like a case-by-case thing. That doesn't happen to everybody. It didn't happen to me, but it can happen. But I wouldn't be concerned about that. I think if you start your journey being concerned about what could go wrong, you're kind of like manifesting it. And just kind of opening your mind up to too many negative thoughts. So think positively. Know that your body has a natural resting place where it wants to be, and know that you're going to do what you have to do to make sure that you stay healthy and you don't go under that place. I know that's easier said than done, but being that I didn't have those thoughts, I can't really speak to them. But even if you are having those thoughts, I want you to stop. These are one of these things where you have to stop speaking so negatively about yourself and stop speaking negativity into your journey. I want you to manifest greatness for yourself. And I want you to speak positively about your journey and speak positively about what you think is going to happen. And I think that is going to help you have a more positive outcome. You keep thinking about the worst case scenarios, and the worst case scenarios are more likely to happen. Just breathe and trust the journey. You're not going to get too small. That was me manifesting that for you. Next question says, will having too much out-of-pocket cost ruin my credit score? For this, the only way it would ruin your credit score is if you used your credit cards to pay for it and then didn't pay it off. Other than that, it doesn't impact your credit score if you're like paying cash or if you're paying some other way. For me, my surgery was covered by my insurance. The only thing that was not covered by my insurance was my endoscopy, and that was an out-of-pocket expense for me. I think it was like $1,200 or something like that, but that would just be paid regularly. So if I was to use a credit card for that, then didn't pay my credit card bill, it would affect my credit score. But that I paid for out of pocket, not with credit cards, so it didn't impact my credit score. So I think it just would, regardless if you're using a credit card, if you don't pay it off, that's the only way that it's going to impact your credit score. Other than that, I think the simple answer would be no. It doesn't impact your credit score unless, of course, you don't pay it and then the hospital puts you in collections. That could impact your credit score. So I would just say if you have an out-of-pocket cost that is greater than what you can currently afford to pay, either save up for it, get some sort of care credit for it, or have a financial plan of how you plan on paying that off so that it doesn't end up impacting your credit score. Next question says, would you say your weight loss was fast or slow? I would say neither. I think my weight loss was the exact pace that it was supposed to be. I knew that I wanted to hit 100 pounds by a year, and I did. But outside of that, I didn't really set any crazy goals for myself. I had an idea of what I wanted my goal weight to be, but I wasn't like, oh, it needs to be that. I more so wanted to feel confident in the way that I looked. And I got to that before I even got to my goal weight, which is good. But I don't know if it was fast or slow. I've seen people who lost more weight than I did quicker than I did, and I've seen people who lost less weight than I did in the same time, in the time that I've been post-op. So I think it really is individual. I don't think it's good to think about fast or slow. I think it's good to think about, am I doing everything that I could be doing in my power to have a successful journey? And if you know that you are, then you're good. Fast or slow doesn't matter. Losing weight too quickly can have negative side effects as well. Losing weight at a slower pace can help you avoid things like loose skin. So I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing to lose weight fast or slow. I think you just want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do to lose weight at the pace that your body wants to lose weight, and stop comparing yourself to other people's journeys. All right, my next question is, how long after surgery were you able to drink carbonated drinks? I am not a soda lover. I don't love soda. I don't think I attempted to drink a carbonated drink until maybe like between 8 and a year post-op, just because naturally I probably drink something with bubbles in it like once a year anyway. By the time I did, it did not impact me any negative way. I think I was just able to drink less of it than I would if it wasn't carbonated, because the bubbles, I think, were taking up space in my stomach. So if you're trying to hit your liquid goals, I don't think carbonated drinks are the way to go for that, only because I think they just take up more space than non-carbonated drinks do. But as far as if you're thinking about discomfort, at no point has carbonated drinks ever impacted me as far as feeling uncomfortable. I just noticed that I can't drink as much of it as I could if the drink wasn't carbonated. All right, next question is, how long did it take you to go to the gym? This is a question I get a lot as well. As you know, I'm a gym girly. I love going to the gym, but I honestly did not really start going to the gym until like a year post-op. For me, I'm very much aware that the gym is not how you lose weight. We need to get that out the way. The gym is not where you go to lose weight. The gym is where you go to get fit. It's where you go to get healthy. It's where you go to build muscle. It's where you go to tone up. Losing weight happens in the kitchen. You eating right is how you lose weight. So for the first year of my journey, I was more focused on building my relationship with food. And then once I got to my goal weight, I then started a new journey where now I consider myself to still be on my fitness journey, figuring out my relationship with fitness and figuring out how to build and tone and build muscle. I'm doing that now. For me, I have ADHD. I cannot do a million things at once. I can't focus on a million things at once. I will burn out and do absolutely nothing. I wanted to focus all of my attention on being a healthier version of me as far as how I eat. Once I got that under control, I then transitioned to the gym. However, this is going to be different for every person. I think for me, I was clear to work out at around 3 months. I chose to wait. If you want to work out earlier, you can. If you feel like you can handle 2 journeys at once, because it is 2 very different journeys. But it is never going to be a bad thing to start a workout journey. As long as you are clear to work out, you can start. For me, I did choose to wait a year. But after 3 months, physically, I would have been capable to start working out. I just think mentally that would have been too much for me to handle, because I wasn't a person who loved working out prior. I think that would have been too much drastic of a change. Going from being the type of person I was before to being a gym girly who's eating proper, like I did one thing at a time. So for me, it was at a year out. And for me, I think that was a good decision for me. Because now I'm at a place with food where I don't even think about it. I just know how to eat properly and I have a good relationship with food. And then now I'm learning how to have a good relationship with the gym and make those things work together. The VSG journey, it's a journey. You go through all different types of changes as you continue. Now I'm in my fitness era. But yeah, I waited a year to start actually working out. All right, so that is it for part 1 of this video. If you enjoyed this video, I'm really happy to let you know that there is 2 more parts to this video. They will be released the day after each other. So this video is going out today. Tomorrow you'll see another one. The day after you'll get part 3. If you have a question that was not answered in this video and you want to know the answer to it, go ahead and leave it down below in the comments. I'll do my best to get to it. But if you have had VSG too and you see a comment that you can answer, go ahead and answer. I consider us to be one big community here on my channel. So let's help each other out in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, which is going to be part 2 of this Q&A.
Where in the world is Karen San Diego? From BK to Belly, it's anywhere she say so. She changing your life, can see it straight through her eyes.